Good morning, children. Now this is 6th class social studies. We are in the 8th lesson, children. In the previous lesson also I said many points in this lesson. What is that lesson? Kingdoms and empires. What's that? Kingdoms and empires. I said, what is the meaning of kingdom? Kingdom is a separate territory which is ruled by one man. He is Raja or king, etc. Okay. Empire also the same meaning, children. But these kings are extending their empires or kingdom by defeating some other kingdoms. Okay. Now we are in the discussion about Ashoka. What is his name? Ashoka. Ashoka was great emperor in our country. He expanded his kingdom. I showed already in the previous lesson in your textbook. What is the kingdom of Ashoka? How much that was vast, etc. Okay, children. So when he announced war against Kalinga, now it is in Odisha. So Kalinga was one of the kingdom on those days. Ashoka's grandfather and father wanted to occupy that kingdom. So in this way, Ashoka also sent his army to occupy that kingdom. But what happened? Many people died. Many people wounded. Blood appeared in the battlefield. So when he saw the situation, he felt very sorry and he decided himself not to do war in the remaining days. Not only he, but also after him, his son and his grandson also. Okay, children, listen. Ashoka's inscription on Kalinga war. So he set up inscriptions. Inscriptions means one of the message which is designed by sculptures. Nowadays we are using books, pens, etc. Even computers, cell phones, etc. Okay, to inform any information, we are informing through cell phone, WhatsApp, okay, Facebook, Twitter, etc. So today these are the information gadgets, but on those days stones, children. That is why what the kings are going to tell to the people, going to do for the welfare of the people, they wrote on the stones. That is called inscriptions. Okay. So many inscriptions wrote and laid in his kingdom. So this is the famous one. It is Kalinga war. This inscription tells about on the Kalinga war. This is rock edict number 13. Okay, children. So in this, what is the meaning of this inscription? This inscription written by another language, Prakrit language. Okay, now we are speaking Telugu language. Odisha people speaking Odisha language, Oriya language. West Bengal people speaking Bengali. Gujarat people Gujarati. Okay, children? Likewise, children. So here, what is the meaning of this inscription? The meaning of this inscription is, he is giving importance more than war only for Dhamma. Okay, children? He wanted to conquer the people through Dhamma. Dhamma means Dharma. What is that? Dhamma means Dharma. Actually, kings are conquering the kingdoms and merging the weak kingdoms into their kingdom. They are extending their kingdom with wars. That means they are thinking we are winning. When the kings are defeating the weak king, the winning king is feeling, yes, I am winning over this weak kingdom. But Ashoka said in these inscriptions, we must to conquer the people through Dhamma, not through war, not through defeating the weak kingdoms. Okay, children? Next one, we do not to force in the battle. So it was written by Prakrit language. Next one, on those days, a few persons are literates. Literate means they can read and write. Many people are illiterates. Illiterate means they do not read, they do not write. Or they cannot write, they cannot read. They are called illiterates because they did not study. Okay, how can the illiterates will understand this inscription? That is why Ashoka appointed some special officers to read these inscriptions about for the sake of illiterates in the kingdom. When these officials are reading and explaining the meaning of this inscription, then the illiterates also will understand, yes, this is the rule of Ashoka. How can we live? How can we respect, etc. Next, children, nowadays messages from government. We have central government in central, that means Delhi. We have state government in Vijayawada or Amaravati. Okay, children, every day or sometimes at the time of importance, CM Jagan Mohan Reddy garu, PM Narendra Modi garu, they are speaking through media. When they are speaking through media, that means we are looking or watching on TVs, at news. Okay, when we switch on the TV, when we put the TV news channels, then we can understand how PM Narendra Modi speaking to us, why he is speaking, what message he is sending. Even Jagan Garu also telling to the people many messages. The concerning officers are implementing the schemes for the welfare of the people. At the time of Corona or lockdown, central government and state government announcing important messages to all people. So when we saw or when we look the TV, we understood and we are obeying the orders of state government messages, central government messages. That is today procedure, children. Through cell phones also we are understanding. Through our media we are understanding what messages are coming from central government and state government. Okay, children. But on those days these gadgets were not there. TV, cell phone, computer, internet, these are not there. Okay, so at present we are using these all gadgets, but on those days they are telling the message through inscriptions. Are you understood? Next, children, the main principles of Dhamma. Dhamma means Dharma. Here some principles I wrote here. In this, we must to be kind towards animals, children. We must to be kind towards animals. We must to obey to our parents, father and mother. That is also written. We must be kind to the poor. Okay. Next, we must respect the elders. Next, to never criticize other religions. Okay, children. So what you want, you must follow the religion, but you do not or never criticize other religion. That is also written. Work for the welfare of mankind. So these are the main principles of Dhamma which is implemented by Ashoka on those days. Okay children, what are the main principles of Dhamma? Be kind to animals, towards animals, obey to parents, be kind towards poor, respect elders, never criticize other religions, work for the welfare of mankind. Next one, national emblem. After many years, our present after independence, our central government honored Ashoka principles. How we took our national emblem, lion capital from our at Sarnath. Okay children, now we can find this lion capital almost in our Indian currency children. Almost in our Indian currency. Look at any currency note, you can find this is children. Okay. Next children, lions, national emblem, lion capital, which was taken at from Sarnath. This is implementing on 26th January 1950. Actually, 3 lions can be seen, but 1 lion we cannot see. So, what represents these 4 lions? Power, courage, confidence, pride. So, they represent, these 4 lines represents power, courage, confidence and pride. Next, wheel also there. On that wheel, both sides, from at each side we can find elephant. Elephant represents strength children. Next to west side we can find bull. Bull represent hard work children. Next to south we can find horse. Horse represent loyalty. Next to north side we can find lion children. So lion here represents bravery. What is it? Bravery. Okay. So these are the 4 animals are there. These 4 animals represent strength, hard work, loyalty and bravery. Next one, Satyameva Jayate. It was written. Okay. It has taken by Mundakopanishad. What is that? Mundakopanishad. So finally truth will win. So that is the meaning here. Okay children. Next, Ashoka followed Buddhism. One monk taught him about the principles of Buddhism. So that is why he gave more importance for water and food, because he believed these 2 are sacred things. Water and food, pavitramainavi. So that is why he planted trees on both sides of the roads. He laid many roadways. Okay. That is why next one, he dug wells. When he planted trees, who are the travelers? They are plucking the fruits of the trees. That means eating as food. Next, he dug wells. They are drawing water and as drinking purpose. Okay. So next one, roadways. When he laid roadways, the roadways are useful for trade and transportation. Next one, political unity also can be seen in his administration. Next, he set up hospitals also. Who are sick people, they are treating in hospitals. Not only for man and woman, for animals also he set up hospitals children. That means he took the welfare of all people and also animals through his activities. So that is the greatness of our Ashoka. Okay children, now I want to show you the national emblem. Once you look at children, your textbook, now look at 3 lines can be seen here, another line is there back. Okay, Satyameva Jayate, lion capital this one. Look at horse and bull only can be seen. Elephant and lion we cannot see. Look at this wheel. What is that? Wheel. Okay children, I shall teach you the remaining lesson in the next class.